Oh.
Really into improv?
I need to know.
Oh man, we're starting off with that.
I'm very curious.
Okay. I don't know, I think it's just fucking easy answer, you know? It's just fucking, it's fun to do, and I don't know, just, it's fun to play little games like that. It feels like you're actually doing more with your day than just chilling, playing video games. I did some improv classes. They sucked, they were boring. I didn't really like them. I feel like improv mostly works if you have a group dynamic that, you know, has the same humor or at least the same knowledge and, oh, man, what am I trying to say here? All I'm trying to say is it's like, if you're hitting like the same culture of people, like with, certain things that they find funny and don't find funny, then it mends well. The improv classes I took had mostly like 40-year-old dudes and 40-year-old women, and of course that age disparity didn't really hit home. I'm pretty sure I made a joke about me being a clown and getting the girls wet with my flower. They didn't really like it. See, Artemis, you like that. That's why I like improv with you guys.
It's... Okay.
Here's about your lunch.
Yeah. We were talking about your lunch.
Yeah. I had McDonald's.
You're telling us before the show.
Yeah. I had McDonald's, delicious, Big Mac. I upgraded my fries to a poutine, because I'm from Canada. And a poutine is, basically, you get a little box, you know? And there's fries, gravy, and cheese curds in there. And they're supposed to supply you a fork to eat it.
Oh.
I open up my bag, there's no fork. Any other decent human being would go upstairs and grab their own fork, but you know, I was watching videos, so I just ate it with my hand.
Really cool.
Wait, just one hand? Like one hand for poutine. On the other hand.
I went intelligent at first. I ripped off like the cover, the top part of the poutine.
Right.
And I tried to shovel it in my mouth.
Try to scoop
got
it.
Soggy because of the gravy. And then I said, fuck it. So I started just grabbing it with one hand.
So, you did what we do for, like, you know, when you're, like, in the kitchen, you're getting ready to fry a bunch of stuff. You have one wet hand, one dry hand. So one
Yeah,
Yeah.
egg, one hand for everything else. So you have one poutine hand, one button, one hand.
One video hand.
I'm telling you, I was set. I was ready. That's like the perfect mixture of like a butt-naked wank right there, I tell you.
Who needs...
So...
Because you got the gravy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all greased up. I'm ready. I'm disgusting.
The inevitable Twitch chat. Hi to you all. I will not responding to chat.
Hello, chat.
Because that's unimportant. While we're doing this. But thank you for any follows, subs, stuff that does happen.
Ah.
Any donations will, of course,
Give me money.
back to stream.
I like you more.
Yes, please. We're desperate.
Trust me. It works.
We're all very. I'm very desperate. About those two.
I like you more if you give split money.
But no, thank you for watching and joining us tonight. So, Mario.
Yeah. Oh shit, my
You
bad.
told us what got you into what got you into streaming it? What made you want to stream it?
Oh.
Okay, just fucking basic shit. I'll go back to the start, because I've had the account for like 6 years, I think. SmartAlek TV. And I'm pretty sure I had SmartAlek, and I forgot the password. So that's why I added TV, which was a homage to like a streamer I used to watch called No Sleep TV. He's dead now, don't worry about him. Not actually. but
Dead.
Rip.
my debut was streaming Fallout 4, and I hated it. I didn't have fun.
Why
So I
not?
stopped streaming. I didn't think it was a good game.
Oh, you were just... Were you just streaming it for the hype? Like...
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a weird expectation going into it. I was going in for the hype. I was just like, I'm all prepped up. I'm ready. I got cool fucking donation sounds. Let's do it. Yeah, it didn't go out. It didn't go well. Didn't go well at all.
Now, Did you stream with like a webcam, or was it just like the game? Like, did people see how much fun you weren't having playing Fallout 4?
Probably. I think they did. But that's lost footage.
Oh, someone, we gotta find this.
And you find them at twitch.tv/SmartAlek.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what got me back? Okay, no problem. But what got me back into streaming was when COVID hit, and I stopped hanging out with my new friend group. That brilliant people, great people. I started playing VR chat, and I was trying to get them interested in VR chat, but they wouldn't play it because all of them own consoles. None of them own PCs. So I brought up the idea, how about I stream it to you guys? Because only you guys would be viewing anyway.
Oh.
And thus, SmartAlek TV was born. And I was just
Yes.
mostly doing what mostly everyone else does, is just troll, I guess. Well, not troll. I never trolled. I was just role-playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Man, you watched some great footage of you going on a date in the pub.
Oh yeah, we did watch that.
What a
See, that's what I mean.
You walked away for like 5 seconds and someone tried to cut you immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Well, I walked away because I wanted to talk to the waiter and be like, hey, I don't think this is working out. Maybe just trying to play the field. It was a fun date. It wasn't. No. The kid was I don't think he was a squeaker, or if his mic just was awful. Like, it was clipping 100% of the time.
Oh no.
Constantly. But it was funny, nonetheless. Yeah, and that's what I'd do. I'd go into pugs and just do that. And then the actual roleplay stuff, the event stuff, was just a mild inspiration from Rafflegator and my friend Allie just asking, oh, how can I get into improv or roleplay?
Nice.
And that's what started the first event, which was, you were there, the triple themed RP. Yeah.
Sarcasm?
I played a smoking dwarf for
Oh. Leprechaun in the hood.
I felt so dead by the end of it.
I think it was like 3-4 hours long, that whole thing. And it was really fun.
Yeah.
I liked it. Fucking
Hey.
people I was friends with during the time, well, they thought I was going to be a failure. I thought I was going to be a failure because I left a message that was like, hey, react if you want to join. And 4 people reacted. No one reacts. And then I was just like, you know what, I'll just do it.
I don't think even I reacted.
No, not even you. Not even you.
Are you talking about which week? You're talking about the first week, yeah?
First event.
I wasn't a part of the Discord.
Well, there you go. Blame that on Crazy.
I do. Crazy did not give me any info about it. When I asked him who was running it, he didn't tell me.
I'm pretty sure if okay, Artemis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I talked to him, right? We're vibing. I'm like, oh man, I got like this Saturday roleplay event thing. You should totally come. He says to me, oh man, depends what time, because I have this roleplay thing that I'm doing on Saturday too.
They told me
this
this.
guy's hosting. And I'm like asking him about it, like, what is it and all that. And we both sort of realize it's my fucking event.
It's the same event.
And then Crazy's just sitting there, like, doesn't
say anything.
mention that this is the guy hosting it. We had to figure it out on our own because Crazy is so oblivious.
He's very oblivious. Yeah, it's wild.
I didn't realize it until I looked at him, and go, what the fuck, why didn't you tell me this? You're just so dumbstruck.
Yeah, that's I think when we first started talking, Split and I was like, oh, how'd you get involved in the SmartAlek group? And we were just like talking to each other, and he's like, yeah, I was with Crazy, we're hanging out a lot. And then I didn't even think I knew SmartAlek, but I was going to his event anyway, and then he talked to me about it, and it was the same event, and I was like, oh gosh.
It was fucking funny. Like, it was hilarious.
I'm glad
the
that
other
Crazy
side.
is a better communicator now, but you have to ask him. You have to really ask him. You have to be like, hey, Crazy, like, come on.
He likes being on the backstage.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to have too much responsibility.
No, I appreciate that because like early on in the event, you were the main stage, even though you did Friday. Like actively, there'd be times where you're like, okay, there's the main stage watching, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you were the main stage no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what I did, and that's the hard thing too, because it's just like you mostly expect people to want to do their own thing, but I think it's like that weird thing where like, oh, you're making the event, I want to be near you the whole time, either because you're streaming or because it's your event, and I think that's where the problem lies there. Yeah.
Reminds me of something. What do you think has improved the most about the events, and what do you think either has gotten worse or has not improved at all?
Ooh, fuck. Okay. Ooh, that's a heavy question. What has improved is, I think everyone's will to keep on going and not question, like, oh, this is only gonna last, like, a couple months, because now we're going, like, 4 or 5 months strong, right? So, like, the desire and, like, it's more of just, like, it's a habit now for most people. I think that has improved. Basic like framework for how we do something is pretty streamlined now, and I feel like more people are figuring out like, oh, I can literally come up with my own bit and come into like the Saturday event with that, you know, and I'm appreciating that more and more. What hasn't improved or could use improving, I think I could always improve, always. People think I'm great at improv. I don't think I'm the best, but I'll take the compliment, I guess. Streamlining shows, figuring out. I'm focusing more back end stuff than like what viewers see.
Yeah.
Like getting people more involved needs to be improved. Having more ideas used and fleshed out, and not just like, oh, I'll just drop a text and not contact everyone. Because what it just leaves me is just like all these prompts that I have to build off of. And I feel like a huge, there's that big disconnect where it's like the artist and like the viewer, where the artist takes like, 10, 20, 30 hours plus making their piece, and people only see the finished product.
Yeah.
Because there's always thought that goes into it.
Yeah. It's you know what the thing is, for someone to touch on compliments, like I think compliments should be kind of an icing on the cake. I don't think someone should act on like, oh, let me see how much attention I get from others or how much praise I get from others, because then that's when you're just kind of like seeking in the wrong alley, right? I think compliments.
If I could go back to the streaming thing, when
Yeah.
I first started streaming, that was totally like the avenue I was going.
Yeah. And it's hard, right? It's hard to like.
Exactly. And then when you don't make it, you just give up right away.
Yeah, and you honestly
was-
stop caring.
Yeah, and with me streaming now, if it was about money, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
I just genuinely like doing this.
it's great.
I am glad that when I came into this, I came into this just seeing this as like a little bit of entertainment that I could watch over and help.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this could be a fun show. Like, I made the joke like, we're gonna become millionaires doing this. We're gonna be the next like Shark Tank for improv. But it was like, it was mostly just jokes. But it was like, I came in going like, this is gonna be like a good bit of entertainment on Saturdays. Like, I don't have a TV game going. I'm late at night up anyway. Like, I need something. And this is entertaining, and it's entertainment I can interact with. So like, even if I'm not playing a major role, like literally just supporting, throwing information out there. It's fun.
Exactly, throwing that bone or just fucking using
Yeah.
that bone
And
too.
honestly, it's better for D&D. I love like the practice I get for like when we play questions. I feel like the next time I play a rogue, I'm going to be such a jackass to people when they try to question me. So I'm just going to questions.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like,
And in
I'm
sequence too,
improving.
just like for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, oh man, like, that's the hardest thing is like having it stick is just fucking luck.
Yeah.
Like doing something like this is just like
Oh,
oh well how do I do it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have asked like how do I make my own event in the or how do I do this? Even people asking like a basic thing like how do I start D&D? You literally just do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's true for a lot of things. Whatever avenue you want to do, even if it's like not necessarily creative or non-creative, because there's no divide there. But like, you know, if you want to go to school for something, you might as well take that stab at it. Like,
Yeah. I actually call a lot of these things the Katamari effect, where it's like it's not gonna happen overnight. You need a steady like ball, and then things will start attaching to it. And then sooner or later, you have this huge ass thing that you're like, holy crap, like it's been months, but now it's this huge thing, and I made it. Smiley face.
smiley face.
From the point of view of like a chef, to me this is like building a dish. At first, you make something and you just chuck it at the wall and go, okay, right.
Like the pasta, like you hit pasta, you're just like, is it good?
So then you sit there and like that's all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's just literally just getting where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, but once you have the information that it can stick, you can kind of sit there and like build the dish, be like, oh my god, wait, this worked, people liked it, and then you start throwing the ingredients in, you're like, wait a minute, I could put this in, this would be so much better here.
Yeah.
Suddenly, it's like,
That's when it's like you tweak it, right? That's after you have the ball and you're like, holy crap, what do I do with this?
The first event where I felt like I was ever actually doing anything, like obviously the first two events was all like by himself, no one was helping him. Actually, oh my god, no, I wasn't even in the Discord until after the second event.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I think that's true.
Because that was when I had approached you after the event and went, hey man, I had a blast. But do you have like any help? Like that was like it was fun, but it was like a disaster. Like we couldn't get people together, we couldn't get people to do anything. And me and Crazy were just sitting there. I was like, yo, I'll be your production team. Like I'll go in the back and help make shit. I mean, fuck it.
Yeah, and then the SmartAlek improv group was born.
Before that, you were literally just chucking pasta at the wall, going, "What's it?" Like, there was no,
pretty
like,
much.
Great plan.
Because I've never done anything like in a leadership role or make a group or anything, ever. So it's just like when you have no knowledge. When you have no knowledge of what to do, it's very daunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, oh my god. It would.
Like I've always rejected leadership, and I don't know if you could tell that.
Oh yeah, you've been.
Honestly, getting into it when we started, I was sitting there like, holy shit. I mean, I've like run stuff before, but like.
Yeah.
Improv? I like the most for comedy I ever do was like go to a fucking Discord call and occasionally say something people laugh at.
Yeah.
Try to be funny about it. Like all the time. Like what the fuck is this? Like I understood production from like a movie standpoint, so I was basis on it. I'd seen comedy before, but it was never like oh yeah, sorry for everyone on Twitch, we're extremely biased because he was it and we both helped run it.
Yeah.
So obviously, we're not like strangers to this. This is all like something we actually do every Sunday.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like mine is.
Yeah, like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, go on.
No, this is how the whole podcast thing started. Because Split and I have conversations, right? And like sometimes I want to save them. Like sometimes I want to save them or bring people in and like bring them into the bubble of conversations because we can have conversations for like hours. And I'm just like, I started because I remember telling you, Smart, when we were at Spencer's World before this iteration of Spencer's World, I was like, yeah, like I like the direction SmartAlek TV was going, and I know that's the time where I was like, I'm gonna keep going to the event, because I know I missed like. I think I missed one right after the high ground. The one where you guys were at the cabin. I missed that one for some reason. I was probably doing something else.
No, after high ground.
Oh, when was the cabin?
She was there.
I was there for Court RP.
Yeah,
Man, we've done like almost.
Oh
20.
shit!
It's
I
like
know.
the
There's
end
a
of
anyway. There was a cabin one, the first iteration of the cabin before your birthday that I missed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I was like, when we had that conversation, once Spencer left, I was like, yeah, no, I like the direction. Like, I got to know you more because we hadn't really talked one-on-one since you invited me to the events.
Yeah.
And I just kind of cemented everything for me because, like you said, it's about the dynamic. I had been looking at roleplay groups, like big ones, small ones, and I was like, people were like, hey, my friend Captain Panda, who does Purple Lotus, he's like, hey, I'm doing Purple Lotus, and I was like, I don't know. I'll watch some of your streams and see. And I was just not vibing with it. For some reason, it just looked boring. It looked super boring to me. No offense, people in Purple Lotus. I'm sure you do fine.
It's just like,
Yeah, it's just not my
the key
role
word is
play.
vibe, right? Like,
Yeah.
That feeling when you tell people, hey, I'm doing something, literally don't interrupt me.
And then they do. And then they do.
Spend 2 hours making sure to do everything ahead of time, and then you hear,
Oh,
like,
shit.
What the fuck do you want? What the
Yeah.
fuck do you... What do you not understand? I don't care if you're not going to be back for an entire week.
Meh.
Text me.
Hey, we're leaving for a week. I know you don't want to be bothered.
For your dynamics and all that.
Yeah,
group
dynamics.
Like,
Now, yeah,
when
go
you said
ahead.
that to me, I was just like, I felt so fucking flattered.
And it's true.
I was
Like,
hell yeah.
it was just like a very good vibe. Like it, and I didn't know how to. I was talking to my friend Rez, about it. He's an avatar maker and such. He's Rez very pog at chess. And they were ex Flying Lotus. I mean, why do I keep saying Flying Lotus? Purple Lotus. Flying Lotus is a bland band. And
A bland band?
they're really cool. I just like alliteration, okay, Smart? Leave me alone.
Okay, yeah.
So he was telling me about like his gripes with Purple Lotus, and I was like, yeah, no, like I definitely like wanted just an RP group I can vibe with, and like I don't see myself RPing anywhere else, honestly. Like roleplay for me is going to stick in like the SmartAlek domain, and especially now that like I feel like the SmartAlek brand, like has D&D, has the talent shows, and I think it's like a very interesting dynamic because I can't describe us to anybody. Like we're just very
when people
multi-diverse. Yeah, of like this is the things that we do.
I did not ever see myself joining a roleplay group outside of D&D ever. Nor did I
Yes.
ever think I was improv. I never thought I was gonna do it. But then we started the improv, the first ROP event, and I was like, fuck it, I'll try it, whatever. we go to the next event, and you're like, hottest furry, and I'm like, okay.
Alright.
Can I be a judge? And they're like, yes. And I was like,
that's
alright, cool,
perfect.
I'm gonna be a blind judge.
We got a blind judge. People who hate furries. It's like the total opposite scuff thing to do for hottest furry.
And then we ended up choosing the cutest furry. And then we had the runners up.
Wait. Who won? Was it Kyle?
Kyle's second.
Kyle got
Kyle
second.
was second. Who was first?
I think it was Allie, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it was Allie.
Did I meet Allie?
Allie Monas?
Oh yeah, I didn't even really talk to Arden until way later.
Yeah, I was talking to Clade about
Yeah.
this.
No.
Slightly.
Oh my god. Yeah, sorry. I just think you've been around us since day one.
I know,
We've talked about this stuff. Sorry, my
That's
bad.
part of the dynamic thing. It's the part of the dynamic thing that I feel so like comfortable with you guys and like so close to the group already that it's like, yeah duh. But no, I'm actually like quite early.
Yeah, and like the group is pretty big now, and like I still have people like that are either too scared to talk to Splitco or me, or they don't feel like they fit in, but they don't take that initiative to like hang out with us. And now I'm at a point where like the first people that come, those are the first served, and I'm just like, I like staying in one area and chilling. I'm very much like that. And to backtrack a bit, I never thought I'd be the one to even run an improv or RP group. I wanted to join one a bit, but I didn't know how to get around to that. And then when Allie was like, "Hey, how do I get into it?" That's when I just took that stab at it. But like,
that's great.
For leadership things or just doing activities, like people told me to do comedy when my friend Duncan was doing comedy. I didn't. I was just like, I'll think about it. And like group projects in school, like heavy things like that, or just like taking the initiative, just like leadership roles, or just like putting yourself out there. I've always avoided, maybe out of like secondhand embarrassment or something like that. But it's just like a small issue where like on this when something appears like that, I'm just like, nah, I'm okay with like dying unknown and or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But like on the inside, it's like it's something that I want to do.
Yeah. Do you think it had to do a lot with like you gaining some sort of courage, or some sort of need to do it? Like you had to have an excuse to do it. Because like it wouldn't be like, oh no, I'm not self-interested. Doing this for my friends. Like it was.
I think so. I think it has to do with courage a bit, because like definitely like I'll drive one of my best friends home from work, and we'd have like these car talks and everything.
Yeah.
And like I'd go like fucking like metaphysical, spiritual in this motherfucker, going like, I think this is the year where I'm gonna have to make my own group, and I'll have no choice but to make my own group, because I won't be in there.
Yeah, that's you know what? Touching on that, that's the same thing. That's the same mentality I have for my Twitch. Like there's so many streamers that I've met, but I've never felt like part of a community when I'm in their server. I mean, with the exception of the SmartAlek group. But that was before I started. I mean, that was way after I started streaming. I was like, I literally like, I had a falling out with a very good friend. I didn't like, I have a few friends like from work that want to hang out, but it's never, they're work friends. It's never really like, hey, I think I have like one person who I text and who like understands that I don't go out. So I was like put in a weird position to just be like, I'm gonna make my own place, like to vibe, to chill, to just be me and not worry about it. So I understand that completely.
On the level that I don't understand it either, because for me, I was like, whenever I saw streamer communities, I would be like, oh, they're fun to watch, and I'd watch them, but I would never be like, I'm gonna enter the Discord and talk constantly. I'd go to the Twitch chat and I'd talk, but I wouldn't go to the Discord and stay. And I did a little bit when I met my artwork. I got into their Twitch. I watched that. So
Why is great.
In the bottom, I think it's right over there. Has my little chef. He drew that. That was a commission I had gotten.
I love using those emotes.
I've been like, I was like always tired because they streamed right after I'd get back from work, or like during and then as, so I'd always be like really tired. But I've gotten to that community a bit. But like they did art, I didn't do art, so it kind of like there was a little bit of a disconnect there. As much as I love the community, they're all very nice. I was like, it's art. I can appreciate it because it looks good, but I have no connection to it outside of like people call food art and like plate something and it looks good. They say that's art, but to me, that's just too much of a disconnect to really get into it. And then I got into your community, and I literally just sat there like, fuck it, just try it. I don't care. Like, no care, no like, oh, I was like, the worst that happens, it's bad, and they tell me to leave, and I fuck off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, like, and if I'm interested in it, I'll continue it.
Well, the thing is, I chalk my personal thing up to like always being fluid in different groups. Like me in high school, I knew almost everybody, and everybody kind of knew me. But I never had a very good friend because I was always just kind of like spending my time in different groups and never really belonging to like a specific type of group. It would just be like Artemis. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, Artemis, I saw Artemis hang out with this or that. Yeah. And then me moving around a lot, like I never felt like I still really don't feel like I have a place to call like home. So it's like that. And then mixed with like a weird family dynamic that it's like, I'm kind of like the black sheep anyway, so it's like, it's weird. Like it's like the sense of belonging is always like, ugh, and it's always like escaping me. But like, this is like one of the few times where it's just like, fuck.
The SmartAlek community are all black sheep.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. It's.
For me, I was just fine with wandering.
I was kind of.
I liked playing games with, and I would just keep doing that over and over.
That's the hope I didn't have. I didn't have that hope. I was like, I'm just gonna be like.
I need to interject with that. I was fine. I thought I was fine with that shit too, and I had friends that like I'm really extroverted. I talk to people. I hang out on Discord, and I would hang out with the same group every day, constantly doing the same thing. And that's what kind of broke me and killed me inside, is like, I would have things that I want to do, whether it be like making a YouTube video or stuff like that, and there would be no interest for them wanting to do that. And that's where like the huge disconnect in me realizing like, I need to have like an outlet in some way. I took up art, didn't work out too much. I like doing art, but like, I don't know, it's not for me, but like, making media is definitely like, something I always want to get into. Yeah,
I think that's why your brand lends so well to anything we can come up with. And it's not really like, let's say it's like, I knew you had to have the talent show. I just knew, like something in me knew like Alec has to have these talent shows. And then same thing with like you streaming D&D, because like eventually like these are just different aspects of your life. And the whole thing is like, why not share those things?
And it makes it more variety than anything in the long run. So it's not like, this is the one note SmartAlek TV. We're much more fluid than that, because even with playing like games with like Cujo or Replica, with Splitco, it's a different sense of what we do, and like I find that we always have fun with it. And like when we're not streaming it, we get moments where we're like, fuck, probably should have streamed.
Yeah.
You know what gets me? We don't have time for anymore. I remember when we had first just started. I had just started helping you. We'd do something, that'd be it. We'd be done. We wouldn't have to worry about it again until the next Friday.
Yeah.
And then we'd sit down on Friday. You'd be done with work, and I'd be like, okay, let's sit down and talk. We'd do a call. We'd be done.
Yeah.
There isn't
Make an
community
announcement.
members.
Yeah.
We could
Make
sit
an
in the
announcement
Discord.
post.
Yeah, we could sit in the Discord and like maybe 2 people would join at most.
Yeah.
And we'd just chill, and it'd be it. Like we'd play a game. We'd sit there. We played a bunch of Gunfire.
Yeah, that's
There's
it.
just nothing. And now we just sit here like if you enter the Discord, I can't enter the Discord soon. There will be like 6 people.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's gathering more in multiple channels as well, and that's what's like.
Yeah,
I'm just like, god damn.
Holy shit. Like I gotta call you, and then we gotta add everybody else one, because like we can't get shit done with that if we go to the Discord anymore, because there's just so many people. And then like people will be like, oh, we should try this, this, and this, and it's like, okay, but we have to worry about this week. Put in the
Exactly, yeah.
suggestions, like, we have to worry about this week. And it's like, just this whole thing, and people are like, it's like, we can't really plan a month ahead for every event. Because that's like, it kind of feels like it kills the mood of improv, because usually we
Do you think?
Like, what are we feeling?
Do you think there should be like a suggestion channel for the SmartAlek?
There is.
Oh, I didn't even know about it.
Like, it's kind of used, but like,
No, people would rather go to you in a voice call.
I saw.
yeah.
That's what gets me. Out of the entire time we've had this Discord, I've had 2 people come up to me and ask me about that.
Yeah.
One of them
Now you're
was after you
now
made
you're
a post
co-owner.
directly. Yeah, someone made a post directly about where we made a post directly about like, hey, here's the event, here's the free things, come ask us.
Yeah,
And
No
then
one
you put the
contacted
people
you.
that you said to come. No, one person.
one person, yeah. I got pulp,
One
yeah.
person. After
At least
that,
one person
the
did.
only other time I was contacted was one person directly asked me about joining the Friday drink nights. But more people have asked you about it than me.
Oh,
In our Discord.
Swabs of people.
Swabs.
Hey,
Many,
can I
many.
join the
While I'm
drinking
drinking,
event?
people at the event, like on the pregame when it was just me and Artemis or just me,
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, I'm gonna host this Friday thing. People would be like, oh my god, can I join? Like they just
Too
run up and
smart.
ask me if they wanted to. No.
Oh.
To me, back when I like pregame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Back when I was pre-gaming, people would be willing to run up to me and just, yo, can I join? Because they wanted me to host, do stuff. The first second we put it to your server, though, people just suddenly are like, oh, it's I don't like him. He scares me.
People are scared of split call. Oh, you are the guy who
On your
is
server.
like, you are the yeller. You are the guy who's just like, you're acting like a fucking idiot. Stop.
You're the yeller.
I'll
Yeah.
call you all idiots.
You know
and
what?
just laugh.
It's funny because I never had that impression of Split. Like, I
Pedro
guess
didn't either. Pedro was like not terrified at all outside
Well,
of our initial meeting.
the thing is, I didn't even see you kick anybody or do anything. Cause like when I first started doing the roleplay events with you guys, like I just saw you as a player. Like I never saw you as a like person who had to
I always
mediate.
went in secret.
Yeah,
I
which
always,
was
like, hid it
which was
so that
great.
I wouldn't have to like interrupt the event.
So like I never had, and even if you had done something to that effect near me, I'd be like, oh, Split's just doing his job. Like I don't like that's one thing in the community that I have not grasped, the intimidation factor. And maybe it's because some of the people in the community aren't very extroverted, or maybe they're like shy or like scared.
I can't blame them.
Plus the added like attitude that that Split has.
Yeah, well, like,
It's
I think
great.
For SmartAlek server, I play the persona of. I mean, it's not much of a persona
Right.
because of the fact that like I already act like that normally. But when we get to it, I just kind of look at what I do normally and go, I could ramp this to a 10. Like I'll sit there to 6. The other 4 is just me chilling. And then we were talking, and Smart's like, what's the dynamic? Like, what do we do? And I'm sitting there like, well, I guess I'll just be the main jackass. Like, that's just my goal. And then
And it
once we
worked out.
decided that, I just put the persona to a 10. So, like, if I...
Like cranked it up.
Kind of, like,
Crank it
throws
up.
people off, because if I sit in the Discord, that's what people are gonna expect.
Yeah, no, but you're just chilling in the Discord.
I feel like you'll probably see more of it from Splitco, and like we have like, you know, the map created, bigger lobbies. We might have randoms come in with friend plus
Yeah.
lobbies. It'd be
And I
really
hope
fun
so.
to see Splitco yell
I
at people
hope so.
being idiots.
That's gonna be great.
Hey, jackasses! Calm the fuck down or get the fuck out!
Pretty much, yeah, that's what I'd want. Well, as soon as I made the thread of just like fucking like, oh, if you guys fucking act like idiots, fucking Splitco's gonna yell at you on stream. People
Yeah.
stopped like immediately.
Yeah, people really chilled the fuck out after that. Like, they're like, oh shit, I'm gonna be publicly embarrassed. I guess I shouldn't. Like, that's undeterred people.
You enjoying your snack there, Artemis?
Mm-hmm. This is the half. This is the half-eaten burrito.
Oh my god.
Did you turn your AFK thing back on?
I think so.
You did. Every time you AFK, we can tell now.
Do it. Shame me. Anyway, I had to bite the burrito. I was thinking about it because we started off with this talking about food.
Yeah, no, fair. I'm drinking tonight. Anyone who is also cheers, stop.
Oh.
Score time.
I do like our community. Though
Yeah.
I'm not with them. I have started talking more and trying to get in the chat more, though I refuse to use the text chat.
You refuse to use text chat? I don't know if I refuse to use text chat. It just happens that that I don't.
If people need to talk to me, they usually do it voice.
Yeah, I usually get PMs. And I always have like when I go into chat, I want to be genuine when I talk to people. And if I don't feel it, I won't post messages in the text channels at all. Luckily, with our Discord, fucking people talking there naturally, and I'm like, thank fucking God.
I talk in cooking. I'll talk in cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do
I'll
give
get
cooking
down
advice.
to do that. I'll have I know Arachnids added me.
Oh yeah.
In
Nice.
being like, what would you do with these?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And I'll do that, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people adding me over stuff like food and stuff like that. Cause like I'll occasionally make something and be like, oh, this looks decent, and then I'll post it.
Okay.
But outside of cooking,
yeah.
I don't really enter those chats because I just prefer using voice. Like, text is just so much extra effort for me.
I do too. I think I only the only place I'm heavy in chats is like my own server because I like to like be an available person. Like I want to be known as someone who like is actually in the server and not just like the streamer who fucking rarely goes on their server. So like that's my goal usually for my server. But other than that, I do prefer voice. Voice is nice.
Speaking of those who are watching, quick reminder: to my left is SmartAlek TV,
Oh no.
Twitch.tv, and on my right, Artemis Prime.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
They're both great streamers. Artemis is very chill stream,
This is true.
and Smart is
Okay.
If you don't know what he does by now,
Yeah.
paying attention, but he does improv stream.
Yeah.
Saturdays. They're pretty cool.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know what I do like?
That's
Also, good streamer. I don't know. I like Split streams. Split can stream whatever, and I'll be there. I don't know why. I think it's because we could just have a conversation,
The only
regardless.
guaranteed thing on my stream is going to be this until I lose interest.
Yeah.
Everything on my stream is based on if I have interest in it. If I don't, it won't be there.
I mean,
There's no consistency at all for schedule.
I have consistency, but I also have that interest thing. Because if I don't want to do something, I always say it's my stream. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. That's the way I run things. Are you doing a Kamehameha?
We always gotta bring that moment where we sell out Smart. It's just too good of a meme.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And then I have to do it for Artemis too, because Artemis doesn't like it when I sell them.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yep. So I gotta do it.
The best thing is because when people try to diss you, they're like, "Oh, you have to sell it on stream." I can say no.
Yeah.
I don't at all. People do it for me.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
side note, we host a Friday drinking nights. If you're cool, you can join. But please, dear God, don't message this guy about it.
It's not mine.
It's not his, and he's tired of getting the message. He really is. Like, guys, please. It's not his thing. He doesn't want to be messaged about it.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you. This has been my PSX.
Speaking of messages, this isn't a flex or anything, but how many invite requests have you guys gotten in the last hour?
A few.
No one's online on my
Oh,
friends
you're
list, so I was
lucky.
like, fuck
I've
yeah.
gotten fucking at least 5. It's annoying. Cup of Joe was one of them. Cup of Joe, we're busy.
Nice
I forgot to
flex.
put myself on red.
It's not a flex.
That is a good point, though.
Does that deter people? Oh yeah, that does. It's do not disturb. Nice.
No, you don't get the notification.
I'm hardly ever on red. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever used red. I've been here for almost... I've been on VRChat for almost a year.
I have to get on red because I'm so tired of notifications.
Yeah, I just have to check every time.
Sick of it.
And I feel bad. I feel bad declining them, but... Yeah.
I know. I had a few people ask me, hey, invite me, and I was like, no.
We're busy.
Just us. Yeah, it's just us. We're not.
We ain't doing anything. It's alright.
If you want to be a part of it, though, you can go to twitch.tv/Slipdog.
Yeah. We'll interview you next.
There you go. Do not promise that.
Okay, what's next on the menu?
So,
Are we doing after hours
is there any
now?
mistake you think? I have a few more. Is there any
Okay.
mistake you think you made that you wish you could have just been like in this event, out of the improv event so far, that you've just been like, ooh, I wish I didn't do that.
I feel like you have one for me.
No, go on. It's all about you, my dude.
You're fucking talking through your teeth right now. You so have one for me. Okay, what's the one you have for me?
Mm.
What do you mean? I have no clue what you're talking about.
He's so dumb, you hear it? What should I have fixed? Mistake. I'm not gonna go with the meme answer. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's the meme answer?
The courtroom. I like the courtroom.
I like the courtroom too.
I think it's everyone else's fault. that they didn't like it.
I think the people who were in the event and expected an action-packed night of Ace Attorney were disappointed.
Yeah.
But I personally enjoyed it.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
It was great.
Not letting you control lobbies is another easy answer.
Oh.
You actually reject that one now.
That's an easy one. Actual faults and fuck-ups. Shit, man. I guess, not kicking people when they fuck up really hard or something like that. I don't know, what's yours for me? I know you got one.
I didn't have one.
They're just fucking with me.
He just genuinely asked you a question.
Oh, here's a general one. Like, sometimes when we do like an improv event, I'm just like, I could be funnier. Could have done that bit better.
Thing I would have to is just being harsher to people and being like, no, you suck.
Yeah.
Like, no, just no, like, you should, you need to, like, not.
Yeah.
Though, I have to admit, our best courtroom RP was one that is not ever gonna be seen.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that great? Isn't that great, though?
Drunk courtroom RP
I gave it to Artemis.
amazing.
Yeah. Wait, did you?
Oh my god, Artemis, you need to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
We need to.
I've been busy with getting a full-time job. If anyone has a full-time job for me, I'm down. No.
Yeah, I wish. There'll be VR chat every night, guys.
Well, no, we drink it.
I don't know.
I'd be down for like a night where we just do the game, a night where we do some in VR games, and then we'll do that. But I don't think I could just do VR games because I have that happen like that. I don't have that much close anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I use that shit up every time I go.
Yeah,
I
it's
could
true.
rack up another 1,000 hours.
I mean, I can rack up the hours easily, but like, God forbid the case of going out and just constantly talking to people, all this stuff. At the end of it, I'm putting my music on, being like,
Yeah. Okay, give me another
I'd
one.
rather just sit in Discord with the butt, chill. Let's see. So we asked you that. Who do you think are some like, okay, so this is a double question. What are some like star guests or star people you'd love to join? Or not even stars, just like what are some people you wish could join? And who do you think are some people that you think are actually really good in our community, but they think they're just god awful?
Oh, fucking hell, okay. People I'd love to join. You guys don't know
for the latter one.
You guys don't. Yeah, I mean, I have answers for that, but you guys don't even know fucking people I know, like people I like.
But that's not worried. I'm not worried about that. Who do you think?
Yeah,
I don't want to put superficial answers out there, but like like there's some easy ones. I was really excited to have Roach on, but he didn't show up for the.
yeah, I'm still
right?
bullying him.
He would have been cool. I like Roach.
I wonder if he can do November, but I need a solid answer. If he does this to me again, I'm Xing him. I'm canceling him. He knows I have him. Yeah, he knows I have ammunition. I can cancel that dude right quick. Yeah, dude. Talking to you.
I have a link to Psychic Pebbles. I think he would be fun to have on.
What does Psychic Pebbles do?
You know who that?
Like, what's their thing?
He's an animator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but really funny guy. Says crazy jokes like us all the time. Really witty, comedic, pretty confident. Well, not. He's one of those guys where it's like he seems confident because it's the first time he's met all of you, so he'll be extra out there. So
right.
He'd be a good mix. I have a direct line to him. Haven't messaged him yet. He'd be cool. I don't know, man. Fucking. You want me to name like streamers?
Yeah. Well, just people that you like. I don't care if it's your granny. When you got me to RP?
As long as you explain who they are and why you want them on, my dude. I don't care if I know them or not.
There's a couple IRL friends that I have that would be really funny to have. Some that have shown up but they don't come back, and some that just refuse to even install the game. But I think just like in general, like dynamic-wise, everyone would get a hoot out of them. Celebrity-wise, I don't really like celebrities. Streamer-wise, Roach would be cool. Fucking even I don't want to fucking like fucking even like Rob's group or Rob's group. I like lots of the people in there as well. To get them involved would be pretty crazy. But I don't know if we would mold well at all.
Yeah, I don't think that would be a problem. I think it'd be like one of those things, like once they recognize, like it would be one of those things where like maybe you can do a thing. Because the thing with Rob is that he has chat lobbies. And a lot of the people, although a lot of the streamers, because they're Rob's chat lobbies, right? It's not the chat lobbies of like everybody else. So sometimes like it's that off night where it's a chat lobby, and Roach has like talked about it. He's like, yeah, I don't know anyone there. Like I try to bounce off of random people, but it doesn't work. He's like, I'd rather go to Publix and do my troll thing, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, even for him, because I watched the guy so much, like before, most of the name takes for him are like green and orange too, right? He doesn't have most of those people added. It's because they're constantly just funneling people in and just seeing how they vibe.
Yeah.
And I think like in the future we would have to do something like that too, like bringing in constant people Because there will be a time where like we're getting like core people in, but I would love like a shift of just like random people and forming like story arcs around them. I think that would be really fun.
We have talked about doing stuff like that and maybe like vibing to see if we could like. It's like we had the point where we were at like start we left like anyone constantly.
Yeah.
And then you have a stream of like some good people, but then you'd have like this little mood of people who are like don't even vibe with us. You're not even like.
You don't even go here.
It's funny. You don't like. You don't vibe us. You don't. What are you? And why are you? What are you doing? And then there's so much delusion that, and then we're like, okay, we gotta start.
Yeah, like I was saying, like it would be cool to like have a little thing with them or other RP communities, but like not make it like a constant thing.
Yeah, I agree. People who think they're not good, Kyle's obviously an answer. Kyle
Yeah,
Chicken,
for sure, for sure.
He thinks he's shit, but he is like god level improv master, and he doesn't even know it.
The only problem he has is that he struggles to create a character, to create like something and diverge it.
But he has pieces. He has pieces though.
But he has all the pieces. He just won't put it into a new puzzle.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Gets that from his father. Me.
But I think if he could learn to separate that, and like kind of like D&D, like just learn to separate it, make his own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy Lemonizer's one. He's an easy one. I think Cujo and Epica are confident on their own. Who else?
Epica does get some good bits in. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm editing the first role-playing games, the improv games, and the first thing Epica does is like he finds a kitten in the back of the dumpster in the Raffle Gator map, and he calls you over. He's like, look at it. And then he's like, look at it. And he's talking gibberish. And you're like, are you my mummy? Hey, mummy. And he goes with it too. And I'm like, holy crud. It's great. Yeah, no.
It's fucking good. Man, I'll have to like look at my fucking like log to see who... Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. Look. Hold on, real quick.
You're right. I think you're good.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
No, for sure. But then again, that's like what happens. I think I'm completely
I wasn't trying.
Just like that.
And then I started trying. I'm a real tryhard now. That's great.
I can't. I literally...
You can't be a tryhard.
Oh, I'm gonna make a character. And I'm like, the most I do is choose the avatar. I never sit there and be like, oh...
Well, it's because we've already talked about different people have different improv styles, right? So like I'm a mixture of like improv and like forethought, where I have to be like, okay, what are the characters like thingies, and then I'll just like jump. That's my jumping off point, and then I'll just do improv. But like you're just pure improv, like you're.
If it doesn't come naturally, I don't think.
You don't think it's good. Yeah. Yeah.
When I try for improv stuff, I try to put forethought into it, and then I get to I reach a conclusion for the forethought. I sit there and go, it doesn't feel good at all. But if I can just shut it off, and I'm like, oh my god, I love it.
Yeah, I feel like I give too much like branching storyline if I come up with something too hardcore, and I'm just like, oh man, could have been better if they said the right things, and that's not a good way to go about it.
If they only talked about my family and where I was from and how I got this hat.
Yeah, then they would have enjoyed this character.
Nah, I can't. I gotta like spitball the original idea and then build off it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I find more fun if people place the bricks before me and then I get to run with whatever the bricks are. But if I'm the one laying them,
You've said that to me before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right.
I don't know, I'm amazed when I drop something and someone can fucking make something like good from that. And I'm like, that was good.
That's great.
You enjoy that.
I do love playing a supporting member and just in the roleplay events throwing out info and being like I feel like a dungeon master. Every time it happens too, I'm like, I'll just think of something. Like I remember being like, oh my god, there's ghosts upstairs. And Clade runs upstairs and starts laying on the bed and acting like he's hiding. And I'm like,
God.
yes! Like, yes, this is the shit! Like a little trickster asshole though when you're doing it.
That's great. I mean, this is why I feel like this is why your dynamic works so well with the group, like both of you guys. Because like Smart, even if you're in the back end being invisible or what have you, like Split is comfortable just throwing stuff in there, right? And making it, and then like just in case, like you throw in those big arcs like at the high ground. I really enjoyed the high ground. I don't think there's anything like when you got Calvini to do the bad thing. I lost it. I lost it. And all you said was like, "Hey, what can you do with this?" And Calvini just like ran with it, and it was like perfect. It was like a genuine like thing.
If we can go behind on the backstage real quick, that is like traps I purposely lay and teach people of just like, yeah, check it out, what I am right now. You can do this. Just come into the lobby and just have a fucking single bit.
Right.
Like, try for 5 minutes. If it goes longer, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why for like the one themed RP for Monster Hunter, I was a literal chair.
Yeah.
You know, like literally like left field, throw expectations out. It doesn't fucking matter.
It was great.
People actually thought I was an AI. They thought I was part of the map.
I thought at first too.
I know, it's so great. Gameplays are off and I'm acting so fucking realistic that people thought I was an actual.
That's great. Yeah, he was throwing fireballs.
Whoa, did they add that in? Like I was actually like I thought it was real, like for a prop in the fucking world.
I'm so proud of that. I'm like, people were like, wait a minute, you're not a fucking AI? I was like, yes.
That's great.
Actual monster.
Well, yeah, those themed RPs are good. I like them. I want to do fantasy again.
You talked before about like your vibe within the SmartAlek community, like the vibe. Like, how would you explain the SmartAlek vibe? Like, not the brand, because I think we already covered that. Like, we do a lot. No, like the vibe in the community, like the vibe, like what kind of humor, because I think our humor is very ranged, right? Because I got that dark humor, but we also have the stupid, silly, like
I don't know, I think
shit posting humor.
We're just a bunch of black sheep, like we just
Right.
mashing together kind of pieces and being
Yeah.
like, what type of puzzle will
pretty
this
much.
make?
The SmartAlek vibe, like, I don't know, I just want to chill. A friend of mine has said it before to me before, is like, if I try too hard to make jokes, they won't land at all. If I'm not trying at all. It's so fucking true for me.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
What?
One of my friends told me the same fucking thing.
Oh,
Like, they're
really?
just like,
You're not
she's
trying, you're
funny when she's not trying. And I was like, oh, thanks. I never market myself as a comedian, but like, when I do, I make it awkward as fuck. And that's where my niche is. That's where my niche is.
I'm a comedian and I'll stick with it. I'm a supporter.
Yeah. It's funny?
I can main stage when we're playing games.
Yeah.
Like questions.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, you're more comfortable in support roles. Like, any game I've played with you, you've been support.
Oh yeah. Great.
Yeah. It's great. you have any more questions for Smart until we get into like
I'm
the good stuff?
a jackass. So
The
I'm a
after
really
hours.
weird
The after
sort of
hours.
jackass about it. I think honestly I've asked most of the RP stuff.
Yeah.
That was like for this round. I obviously want to
Yeah.
on Twitch.
The SmartAlek.
My co-host, Arnus Prime, VR, on Twitch.
Eh. Shut up. No. Give this one subs. Give this one subs. He needs them. Give him subs.
If we had 200 followers on SmartAlek TV, I will delete my account. Guaranteed.
Wait, what? No, no.
Oh?
What do you
Oh, 172.
I thought you were.
Weird. Well, you don't have to do a follow for follow. Like,
I follow some people in our chat.
yeah.
I don't tell them we're gonna follow them. Yeah, I guess they keep cooking. Wait.
Why is it so loud?
I don't know how follows work, man. You know, just people follow, and the people who follow, they come back, and I'm like, now that's sweet of you, man. Thank you.
I just. Something
Yeah.
like that. And I sit there like, why do I not just have like 6 followers?
Cujo needs more followers.
It gets me. I think that's all we got from my section of the three. For those who don't know, we'll be chopping these up into 2 bits. The first bit will be streamed live, and then after we'll take like a small break, maybe 5 minutes or so, like the bathroom, whatever, we can drink some water. And then we'll do a recording of some stuff, and then we'll post that to YouTube.
Yeah, we're just testing the waters here. I didn't come in as a funny man, you know, but next time I'm on, if you like A Million Ways to Die in the West, then boy, do I got comedy for you.
Perfect. So with that,
Yeah, I'll be the Seth MacFarlane for you guys.
so
I really thought
We'll be
Slicko was
ending.
gonna shout at me for that, so.
no, I'm just worried about ending properly. So for that end, we're done on ours. Cheers to all those who watched tonight. Thank you for joining
Oh.
us. Follow, subs, or whatever. I didn't check any notifications or donations or literally anything.
You need subs.
Gamer sub. I don't know what that is, but everyone
Gamer
knows.
sub.
I don't know what it is either. Fucking,
But I'm a gamer, and I need subs.
gamers, get that G Fuel, get that burger,
Get
chomp
that
down,
poutine.
look
Oh,
down.
wait, is it gamer subs? Is it like meant to be supplement?
I don't know.
I have no
Maybe?
fucking clue. I'll look it up at some point. But thank you all for watching. We're gonna go take a break, and then the rest will be recorded. So we hope to see you then. All right, peace. Now listen to my scuff noises as I attempt to end the stream while getting up from a ready chair. Thank you.
If it's not gamer gear, I'm not interested.